Mom?
I remember the day I met Harry, a summer's day in early July. I was on the beach with a friend when suddenly I saw him. He was very attractive, his body well defined, though he was small in stature. I immediately introduced myself and soon recognized him as a strong, silent type. He had been watching me for quite some time, he said, and I blushed. He quickly reassured me that he enjoyed what he had seen. I smiled and mumbled something about getting back. "Then have dinner with me," he whispered, almost passionately. "Tonight at my estate." "Dinner?" I said, hesitating. After all, I barely knew him at the time. "Lunch, then, tomorrow afternoon." Before I could even think about it, I said yes, then raced away like a giddy schoolgirl. I looked back only once, to find him still in the same position, watching me. I waved. That afternoon, the chauffeur picked me up and took me to his huge country house. We dined at 2, though the surroundings were pleasant and the meal was excellent. I still couldn't help but feel that something was missing. Harry didn't help much. His conversation was witty and interesting, but all through dinner he watched me. His was a gaze which seemed to burn right into my soul. There was no escaping it. And underlying all of this was a vague sense of loneliness which emanated from him, in his words and tone. He needed companionship, a friend, and that was what kept me there that day. I saw him many times the next few weeks, mostly in public places, though sometimes at his house. We enjoyed each other's company, sharing much about ourselves. At times, though, I felt we were a bit too different. It was during this time that a former lover of mine, Bjorn, swept back into my life. Old passions were rekindled, and I could not resist them for very long. Bjorn and I met in secret, often late at night, behind Harry's back. For a time I had the best of both worlds, physical and intellectual, in my separate relations. But of course, nothing lasts forever. It was a beautiful summer's evening, and Harry and I were again dining at his house. And then, without warning, he proposed. I was stunned. "I don't know what to say," I said fearfully. "I do," came an angry voice. It was Bjorn. "She loves me, Harry, and there's nothing you can do about it." I was shocked. Bjorn had never used so many words in one sentence before. Harry was devastated. He slowly turned away. Suddenly Harry hurled himself at Bjorn. It was awful. One moment Bjorn was by my side, and the next he was bleeding on the floor. I looked up to see Harry heading towards the stairs. Suddenly I realized where he was going, to the balcony. I called his name. I stopped short. Harry was poised to jump. I called his name again. He turned and, with a calm, resigned air, said, "Be happy, Loretta. It was all I ever wanted for you, my love." I was helpless to stop him. I rushed down to offer comfort in his last moments of life. As I knelt beside his broken body, memories flooded through me of happier times we had shared together. For though Bjorn was handsome and satisfied my physical needs, Harry stimulated my intellect as no one else would. he would leave a gaping hole in my life, which time repaired, though not completely. I realized too late that Harry was and always would be my one true love.
That's a wrap.
Oh, yes, I love it, I love it. What time is it?
Time is 12:30.
Yeah.